Hi, this is Pavitra. Today's topic is ferroelectrics. See, before going for ferroelectrics, we have to know what do you mean by dielectrics. In the last previous classes only, we have discussed that what do you mean by dielectrics. That is nothing but a dielectric materials or the insulators which possess polarization, which obey polarization when we applied an electric field. If we apply an electric field, it gets polarized. That materials are called as dielectric materials. Here, the ferroelectric materials are the part of dielectric materials. Okay, this what is the definition of ferroelectricity or ferroelectric materials means? The ferroelectricity is a phenomena where spontaneous electric polarization of the materials takes place. Here, the polarization of the materials takes place spontaneously. Spontaneously is nothing but frequently at a fraction of second it gets polarized. That materials is called as a ferroelectric materials. Okay, the reverse electric polarization is possible by applying an electric field. If we apply an electric field, there will be a reverse polarization also appears in this case compared to other. This is the one of the important thing that here the reverse polarization would be appear. So ferroelectricity was discovered in 1920 and Rochelle salt, the scientific name of potassium sodium tartrate, exhibited the properties of sudden electric polarization. This Rochelle salt exhibit the properties of sudden electric polarizations. Since for this discovery, various uses have been devised, and today ferroelectricity is used in various fields of electronics. Okay, the materials that exhibit the ferroelectricity are called as ferroelectric materials. Okay, the materials which exhibit the ferroelectricity are called as ferroelectric materials. Ironically, the ferroelectricity or ferroelectric materials do not have any connection to that of iron or ferrite. If generally if there is a name of ferro means we think that it is related to iron, but here there is no relationship, there is no connection between an iron or ferrite. Here the word ferroelectricity is nothing but spontaneous electric polarization of the material appears. That materials are called as a ferroelectric materials. Okay. Next are ferroelectric materials. Here the ferroelectric materials refer to the creation of anomalous value of induced dipole moment in weak electric field. If there is a weak electric field, it can induce the dipole moment as well as existence of a electric polarization even in the absence of an applied field. Applied electric field is absent, it can be polarized the materials. The materials which exhibit this electric polarization even in the absence of electric field are known as ferroelectric materials. The electric field is absent, that is nothing but zero. There also it get polarized. That materials is called as a ferroelectric materials. These have permanent dipole moment in each atom or molecule. The dielectric constant of these materials are some 3 orders of magnitude larger than that in ordinary dielectrics. Compared to that of an ordinary dielectrics, these ferroelectric materials have a dielectrics in the range of 3. So compared to others, this is a greater value. See, if we are comparing the non-ferroelectronics and ferroelectronics means for getting polarization, if the materials while applying an electric field get polarized, during this polarization, see in the first and the second figures, electric field versus polarization, there will be a graph will be linear or maybe non-linear in case of non-ferroelectronics. See here, in case of non-ferroelectronics, the polarization versus electric field graph will be linear or non-linear. In compared to that of a ferroelectronics, because various certain materials have the obeys the properties of ferroelectronics. For example, a thin film may be ferroelectronic, a ceramic or maybe a single crystal. So, comparing the three thin film, ceramic and single crystals, three are also ferroelectronic materials. When we plot a graph of polarization versus electric field, in the three cases also they have take the hysteresis graphs shape. In the three thin film, ceramics and a single crystals also, there compared to non-ferroelectronics there will be a linear or non-linear, but here they took a shape of a hysteresis shape, but a quite different comparing one to another. Okay. Next, properties. Ferroelectric materials can be easily polarized even by a weak electric field. First property. The second one, they exhibit dielectronic hysteresis. In the previous slide only we have seen how the hysteresis have been appeared in case of non-ferro and ferro compared to non-ferro, how it is appears in case of ferro electronic materials. So they exhibit dielectric hysteresis, lagging of polarization behind the applied electric field, that is called as a dielectric hysteresis. Third, the materials possess a spontaneous polarization. Within a fraction of a second, they can be polarized, and even the polarization takes place at the applied field is zero. Okay. Next, the fourth one, they possess a permanent dipole compared to other. They possess permanent dipole and internal electric field with developed spontaneous polarization. Next, the ferroelectric materials exhibit ferroelectricity when the temperature is less than compared to that of a Curie temperature. Here we are seeing that Tc and T. T is nothing but the material's temperature. Tc is nothing but a ferroelectric Curie temperature. In compare the materials, these ferroelectric materials exhibit the ferroelectricity only when the temperature is less than that of a Curie temperature. If the temperature is greater than that of a Curie temperature, they converted into ferroelectric materials. In the next slides, we come across the ferroelectric and piezoelectric materials. Ferro is nothing but when we give the temperature, the materials exhibited materials are called as ferroelectric materials. So, when the temperature is greater than that of a Curie temperature, they converted into ferroelectric materials. Next, they exhibit domain structure. The domain structure will be exhibited in case of ferroelectric materials. The ferroelectric materials exhibit piezoelectric and pyroelectric electricity also. Here the piezoelectricity is nothing but the polarization by the physio is nothing but polarization by the mechanical stress, and pyro is nothing but the polarization by the thermal stress. There the ferroelectric materials exhibit both the piezoelectric and pyroelectricity. The ferroelectric materials are piezoelectric and pyroelectric simultaneously at a time. It can be pyroelectric. Next, the properties related to same, but in this extremely high dielectric constant. In the previous slides we have the permanent dipole moment. Here dielectric constant is very high compared to that other materials, that is in the range of 500 to 15,000. It is will be the dielectric constant. Then strong non-linear dielectric response to an applied electric field. It applies a strong, it possesses a strong non-linear dielectric responses, and it would be converted into piezoelectricity, pyroelectricity previous slides. The next here, the ferroelectric materials. These ferroelectric materials have the certain types, that is nothing but classification of ferroelectric materials or the types of ferroelectric materials. Here we have mentioned some of the types of ferroelectric materials like barium titanate BaTiO3, lead titanate PbTiO3, lead zirconate titanate, lead lanthanum zirconate titanate, lead magnesium nivonate. These are the few types or examples of ferroelectricity. But generally, the ferroelectricity can be classified based on number of things. For example, the classification based on composition of ferroelectrics, how they are composed. For example, they can be called as Rockwell salt or barium titanate, okay, BaTiO3, based on composition of ferroelectronics, or may be classified based on the structure of ferroelectronic materials, based on the symmetry related to thermodynamic behavior. They can be also be classified. Next, based on the transition occurs, how the transition has been occurred, based on the number of direction allowed to the spontaneous polarization. Like this, various types of ferroelectric materials have been classified. I have given a link below it to connecting all these types of materials based on how they are classified. Okay. Next, applications of ferroelectronics. Ferroelectronics has a wide variety of applications. They are used, where they have used means pressure transducers. In case of pressure transducers, we are using this one. Next, ultrasonic transducers also we are using the ferroelectronic materials. RAM as a memory storage device. While storing the quantities, we are in the case of RAM, random access memory, we are using this ferroelectronic materials. The ultrasonic wave generation, for the ultrasonic wave generations also we are using the ferroelectronic materials. Used in the delay lines and communication devices. For the various communication devices we are using this one. Next up, to produce ultrasonic waves. Ultrasonic waves can be produced by using this of ferroelectronic materials. Not only this, there are wide varieties of application. They are used in the capacitors also. A capacitor, you know that the capacitor is an electronic component used for the number of electronic circuits consisting of few diodes. In this, the ferroelectronic materials preferred for the manufacture of capacitors. For the manufacture of capacitor, for example, barium titanate, we are using in the capacitors. Next, storage memories, as we have seen in RAM cases, this can be used as a wave guides. Okay, these are all the applications of this ferroelectronics. Thank you for watching this video.